Constellation Malta iġabra ta' installazzjonijiet mifruxa mal-Gżejjer Maltin li jagħtu orjentament ġdid lil siti storiċi. Kyung-Jin Cho, waħda mill-parteċipanti, tippreżentalna installazzjoni mużikali li fiha jindaqqu noti irrepetibbli b'injamiet u skutelli ta' ċeramika.
This project is consisted of 3 wooden pendulums and 9 ceramic vases, and the inspiration is from my experience in earthquake 2016 in South Korea. And that was a very shocking moment, but also that was the moment to recognize my disconnected relationship between nature and human, because earthquake as it is a strong expression by the earth, the power and the aliveness. But human has been objectified the nature by capitalizing it and manipulating it. So by opposed to that, how can we change our perspective toward nature from objective to subjective was the main concept of this project. It is consisted of different metaphors, such as the pendulum rotates in the same speed, but when it hits the ceramic base, it changes direction randomly, so it makes random sound effect, which is a metaphor of the nature that is uncontrollable. And the tension between the wooden pendulum and the ceramic piece is also our relationship between nature and human. And I'm questioning through this project how human emotions can be acknowledged or can be related to the objectified and rational human knowledge system in current society. From our knowledge system that we always calculate and methodologies that developed how human can understand nature and human perspective. We're trying to step on the nature, we're trying to control the nature in our purpose, our profits. So, but when you experience this kind of big event, big experience like earthquake, and when you look at the other news that comes like tsunamis and the other nature effect, that is also the nature say to us that we have to respect our relationship, we have to rebuild our relationship, we have to think on other ways. I'm from South Korea, and it has never happened, the earthquake before, and we didn't have any prevention about that event. But it was during night when we finished our dinner at 9 o'clock. I was sitting on the floor, and we live in 5th floor in apartment. But the whole apartment started shaking. That was really frustrating because there's no way I can escape from the situation, and the whole city was panicked because it is something we never expected and we don't know how to react in that situation. How can we become equal, or how the nature can say about themselves more to us? My initial idea was to break all the ceramic pieces with strong pendulums, but now it looks like it's soft. But I really wish to show the powers and their voices that is something over than human. The main idea of the shapes was for create low frequency sound, because the earthquake has the low frequency, and to make the sound effect, I have to make the big scale ceramic piece because it has more low frequency effect. So if you look at those pieces, for me it's the process how I can reach to the centerpiece. And the sound is different, depends on what kind of clay I use, and the thickness and the shapes, the volumes inside. So at first I tried to manipulate the sound in the exact tones, but in the end I realized it's not the true what I mean. I wish to show more raw materials and the raw sound, how it can create its own voice. from when I was young, I believe there is another life except for the humans, such as when you look at the child, they think, oh, this toy is alive, this doll is telling me something, this kind of thing. So through my own project, I wish to brought up our emotions and what I think in my imagination things, how can it be also be part of the knowledges, how this court knowledge system can accept this emotional experience as part of another knowledge. That is what I'm questioning constantly through my project.